I'm about to eat at a luxury mall that's encrusted in diamonds for 4 days.
There's a mall in Orlando called Mall at Millennia. Frog, I told you, get out of there. The name is based off of the ancient Italian phrase, $1 million, oh! And that's because it's a luxury mall. Opulence and luxury both. I'm gonna get a diamond ring for my ingrown toe, oh. So yeah, that's where we're going. Mall at Millennia has all the fancy stores. They got Prada, Fendi, Erebasta, who was my favorite philosopher, by the way. He was so intellectual and was always thinking of thoughts, you know? And the fact that he opened a clothing store, merging science and fashion together, it's genius. What am I talking about? Timmy, get to the video. We are spending 4 days at the mall at Millennia. And I know what you're thinking. Timmy, are you gonna be gnawing on Gucci handbags and chewing on Louis Vuitton wedges? No, because I don't think any of that is digestible. It would just come out like corn the next day. This luxury mall has luxury food as well. They have a food court and they also have some sit-down restaurants. So we are gonna have 2 big meals a day, brunch and dinner. That's 8 meals overall. I'm gonna taste test everything and give you my honest opinions. Plus, of course, between meals, I'm gonna explore the whole mall, every store. And even if they're like, oh, you don't belong here, get out of Gucci right now, I'm gonna say, you made a big mistake, huge. And I'm gonna walk back in there in an Oscar de la Renta gown, and I'm gonna say, this is my channel, I'm a world-renowned YouTuber. And they're gonna say, sir, I'm so sorry. And they're gonna look closely at the screen and see, I ate at Dollar Tree for 5 days. And they're gonna say, get out, leave. Before we head to the mall, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It's the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career. Also subscribe. I make food content. And I have a second channel where I talk a lot. It's called Timmy Tries to Talk. It's a podcast style thing. Anyways, let's go. Regina, I'll bring you home some Parmesan crusted emeralds. How about that? Okay.
Speaking of food, as per usual, you girlies know I eat out a lot because it's my job to eat out. So when I'm at home, cooking from scratch legit feels so overwhelming. That's why HelloFresh is the perfect middle ground for me. Yes, this video is sponsored by HelloFresh, obviously. Girl, keep up. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. They've delivered over 1 billion meals. Over 9 million customers have used HelloFresh, and other meal kits give you like 30 to 40 recipes to choose from. HelloFresh gives you 100+ options, so it never gets boring, and we love that. The recipes take 30 minutes or less, and everything shows up at my door. I'm making the sweet soy honey chicken, and let me tell you, spoiler alert, mama, it was so good I almost cried. Also, you girlies know I've worked with Factor before. Well, HelloFresh actually owns Factor, and I really enjoy both of them so much, so I'm so grateful to be here. Anyways, what are you waiting for, girlies? Get some HelloFresh. Use my code TimmyFM at HelloFresh.com for 10 free meals plus free shipping. Free meals applied as discount on first box, new or returning subscribers only, varies by plan. Sign up today, click the link below, or use my code TimmyFM at HelloFresh.com. Thank you, HelloFresh!
I love HelloFresh!
This is Mall at Millennia. Yes, the front is just a big dome of glass. Oh, lightning struck sand and created luxury.
So I've never been here in my life. I've always wanted to come here, but like I've just been so busy, and I'm totally lying. I have been here multiple times. I just felt like not telling the truth. Oh, there's a car trying to back up. Oh my God.
So I looked up how to say shopping mall in French to sound fancier, and it's centre commercial, which I can also say in English, center commercial. Okay, you'd think they'd get more creative over there with their baguettes, you know? There's a lot of restaurants outside. We got Earl's, we got Cheesecake Factory, a classic. This used to be Brio, but it also looks like an ancient Greek ruin, so it could be either. They also have a PF Chang's and a Capital Grille. Oh, I volunteer as tribute. And look, they even have a water fountain. It's one of the most intricate ones I've ever seen. There's so many different streams, a lot more than the single one I can produce on my own. So I walked in and oh my goodness. I was flabbergasted. Oh my god. It looks the exact same. It looks really good. The inside of the glass dome makes you feel like you're a fish in a fishbowl gasping for air. I'm at PetSmart saying, pick me, choose me, love me. They also have this massive stick in the middle of the room. I don't know what it is, but I think it's sending some sort of signal. They have another fountain. This one has stones and it's a bit more rustic. I felt like catching a salmon with my teeth. And this is the centerpiece of the mall. It's the big circle in the middle of it and it's really nice. As you can see, it's very futuristic and modern because it's luxury. So let's pause the mall exploration and let's explore the food court. It's called Orangery Cafe. What a citrus burst of a name, right? So they have an Auntie Anne's if you want to feel all twisted. They have a Chickpeas Mediterranean kitchen, a fresh juice place, and a Chick-fil-A. It was a Sunday, so they were closed. Makes me want a chicken nugget real bad, but I can't have it. They also have a Dalmoro's fresh pasta to go, interesting. A Fortuna Bakery, love fish. A California Pizza Kitchen in the food court, but it's like a full sit-down restaurant. We're eating there for sure, girlies. A Rosetta Italian Bakery. A random place to either meet the Easter Bunny or Florence Pugh in Midsummer. I'm not sure which one. I think I'd rather meet Florence. Love her. They also have a Johnny Rockets in the food court and some Sbarro pizza, Chipotle. Oh, I almost tripped. I literally almost tripped. Pathetic and embarrassing. Timmy, pick a struggle. Chinatown, which is a Chinese restaurant, Philly cheesesteaks, Charlie's, and Firehouse Subs, and also a Haagen-Dazs. I'm surprised we can all pronounce that so easily. It looks really hard to pronounce. But for our first meal, our day one brunch, we are eating at the fanciest place on the premises, the Capital Grille. Aslan? The inside of the restaurant looked really pretty. It had kind of like a wine color to the walls, which felt very expensive. And they also gave me a little rustic lamp that looked a little dusty. This is the menu. I thought it would be Cheesecake Factory level prices, but no, it was more expensive.
Okay. This is a lot. I'm so happy to be here. Let me just say that first of all. I love my lamp. It looks like it's been sewn with embroidery. I didn't know you could embroider a lamp because IKEA doesn't do that. They just say, here's some plastic from Sweden. Use it. But this is so quaint and it just lives up to the fantasy, you know? Perfect. Thank you so much. Girlies, I got some bread and some really crusty looking tortillas. Give me a second. I'm so excited. But I have to say, I'm a little icked out. I gotta be honest. So when I said, yes, one to the hostess, she was like, okay, can I get a phone number? So I gave it to her and she looked at me and said, welcome, Timothy. I didn't give her my name. How does she know my name? It was in the database, but I've never been here before. Do the wealthy just know who you are? They're like, we have technology in our eyes that are like, that is bald-headed man Timmy. This is very intense for me, but I'm very excited. We have bread and butter. Let me get a video for you.
This is the bread up close. We got this dried up cracker and we also have the rolls and some butter with some salt crumbles.
I'm so hungry. Let's try this butter. I'm just gonna dip this piece of drywall into it. I've always loved saltines. I'm not mad. Let's try the real bread, shall we? Ooh, it's hot. It's steaming hot. And it has little seeds on it. I might feed the birds after this. You know, when people told me to eat at the Capitol, I told them, how am I gonna eat at a bigger letter? That doesn't sound possible, but it is. That bread is so good. Fresh out the oven, crusty on the outside, fluffy on the inside. It just has that fresh yeast roll flavor, but it has little seeds on top, like sesame seeds, that add a slight trail mix vibe that just kind of makes it taste a little more earthy, a little different than the other breads. And I really liked it. Now the butter is salted on the top, but the inside isn't salted. And I like salt on the top and inside. I'm a sodium stan, but it's very creamy, so I'm not mad. I'm gonna give the bread itself a nice 8 out of 10.
For my 2 appetizers, I got this really fancy simple salad, you'll see in a second, and also this butternut squash curried apple soup. Plus, they brought me this special bread. Oh my goodness.
So, I don't want to toot my own horn, but one of the waiters, he's so nice. He asked me if I was a vlogger. And of course, I was like, yeah. Timmy's Takeout. And I showed him my channel and he was so nice about it. And he was like, you know, we have a special bread called the bumper nickel bread and we only give it to people that request it. And I was like, but I didn't request it. And he said, it doesn't matter. Let me bring you some. And I was like, sir, I've always wanted a pumpernickel bread. It was so nice of him. Let's try that. Okay, it's fresh. It's warm. It smells like pumpernickel. I've never had pumpernickel, but I'm sure this is what it smells like. Oh my God, this is incredible. It tastes like fresh bread with chunks of dried fruit in it. And I typically hate dried fruit in these types of things, like fruit cake, even though I am one. Sometimes I hate myself too, but I try not to. Here though, it works. It's hot. So the dried fruit is almost kind of like melted and it has a berry flavor to it. So it tastes almost like jam on the pumpernickel bread. And I really enjoyed that. I think it went so well. It was sweet. 10 out of 10. I'm so happy I liked it because when I don't like little free treats, I feel like a terrible person, but I genuinely really liked it. And he was so nice, so it's a win-win. Now let's try this salad. So I got a very simple salad to start with because when you're eating at these classy places, you need a palate cleanser. Sometimes I use ground beef from Taco Bell. Other times I use water. Today's a salad. This salad doesn't have a name, which is kind of sad. To me, it looks like a Jennifer. Jenny, hey, from the block. You got the orange drink? If you know, you know. It's called field greens, butter leaf lettuce, heirloom tomatoes, and Parmesan vinaigrette. I was like, that just sounds refreshing. Okay, let's try it. Oh my. The simplicity is what works. I love the Capitol. I love the Capitol, which is what Katniss never said in the Hunger Games. I don't blame her after what they did to her. And they all look like they shop at the Party City. They're Party City annual passers. Yes, it's simple, but all the veggies are extremely, extremely fresh and crispy. And the dressing is the main star. Usually I need a salad that has croutons, bacon, cheese, and ranch, because otherwise it's not actually a salad, it's just trees. But this dressing gave me everything I needed and more. It is the best vinaigrette I've ever had, and I'm not exaggerating. It tastes like Olive Garden's vinaigrette with tons of Parmesan cheese in it, plus a hint of Caesar without the fish, without Ariel's scale getting stuck in your tooth. I'm in love with it. It's so tingy. It's so bright. 10 out of 10. Now we have our soup. Let me keep my fork. It's clean now. I'm a Whirlpool dishwasher. Look at me whirl. This is a butternut squash soup with curried apples. I typically don't go for butternut squash soups because they taste like dessert to me, but when I saw the words curried apples, I thought to myself, that's different. Usually curry is in like butter chicken. You know what I mean? This is like butter apples. I know that Snow White would love buttered apples. She would say, okay, maybe I can choke on flavor this time. Let's see how it tastes. I got chills all over. Oh my goodness, all of it is so good so far.
Thank you. The rest working right now for you, sir.
Perfect, thank you, sir. No one ever calls me that. They always call me ma'am. This is the best butternut squash soup I've ever had. I know I sound very hyperbolic in this taste test, saying everything's the best. It is. It almost tastes like caramel, kind of like a Werther's Original if you melted it, mixed with tomato sauce, like pasta tomato sauce, and a hint of curry with like crunchy apple textures throughout. There's so many like layers to the flavor. It isn't too sweet, it isn't too salty. It has the creamiest texture and also flavor. Someone recently commented and was like, Timmy, creamy's not a flavor, it's a texture. Creamy's a flavor. What do you think heavy cream tastes like? It tastes like cream, creamy. You know what I mean? So do not put me in a box, okay? I won't fit. Incredible. Another 10 out of 10 full slay.
For my entree, I got some duck fat fries and also this ribeye steak sandwich.
I don't know if I've ever taste tested a steak sandwich on this channel. I really don't think I have. Typically when I get a steak, I just want the steak because like, you know, I want to gnaw on it like a dog. But in bread, it's different. I'm excited. So this is a ribeye steak. I got it medium well, but it looks perfectly pink to me. And it has Havarti cheese. I've never had Havarti cheese. I don't know why it makes me think of Cardi B. So I'm going to call it Havarti B. Thank you so much. What is this? Oh, it's more than pumpernickel bread? Thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you. Guys, we got so much more. I'm gonna take this home and I'm gonna have some fancy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Did he hear me say Havarti beef? I'm at the point now where nothing embarrasses me. These are duck fat fries, by the way. That's what the menu said. I've never seen duck fat fries in my life, but I'm excited. Let's see if they quack in my mouth. Mmm. Those are simple fries, but they're the best gosh darn simple fries I ever did have. I'm not joking. I think the webbed feet add something, a certain essence, a slap. They're incredible. They aren't seasoned. They're just salted, but they have such a thick, crispy outside. Like it's a thicker crispiness than other plain fries. And they're so perfectly fluffy on the inside. And they have that classic fry flavor, but like a little bit stronger, if that makes sense. It's like a fry 2.0. I'm obsessed. You know, everyone's obsessed with beef tallow recently. They're like, beef tallow fries at Steak and Shake, right? You know, I think duck fat is the next big thing. There's gonna be a McDonald's duck fat fry called the McFat. I meant to say McDuck fat, but I like McFat better. They're incredible. 10 out of 10. Wow. Now let me move this. It's time to try the ribeye steak sandwich. Let's take this little Capital Grille stick out of it. I volunteer to tribute. Okay. Wow, that looks incredible. Oh my gosh, it's all so good to
well. How's everything?
Oh my gosh, it's so good so far. I love it all. I know he was joking, but I would have literally given him a bite, like happily. So I see caramelized onions, the Havarti beef cheese, and the steak, and the horseradish sauce. Oh my. Okay, I don't know if I've ever had a ribeye steak. I've had bird's eye frozen vegetables, but I don't think they're the same thing. I don't love the cut of meat. Let me just get the negativity out of here. There's a lot of fat blobs. I'm talking like maybe half of it is fat. That's on me for not being educated on pieces of the cow. Do I look like a farmer to you? Yes, I know I do. My wife, Tammy, deals with all the cow stuff. She's like, here's the belly. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with the belly? And she's like, chew on it. It's giving me the ick because I think I literally swallowed a fat blob this big. But the flavor of the steak is quite fantastic. It has such a gorgeous charred crust on it. And I think that every steak needs a nice charred crust on it. The Havarti cheese is very tame. To me, it tastes like a mozzarella or any of those cheeses that come straight out the cow onto the plate. You know, there's other cheeses that rot for 200 years and people act like they taste good even though they taste like rotten mold. So I didn't mind the cheese, but it didn't really add any tanginess or blow me away. The horseradish could have been a lot stronger. I like a little spicy horseradish. I like my nostril to say, what's happening? It burns. And it didn't say that today. It just said, oh, is that a booger? Just sitting on me? The bread is quite fantastic. It's a classic crusty baguette, very fresh tasting. Overall, it's just not my favorite. It needs way more flavor and way less blubber. So I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna cut off all the fat chunks and then eat it properly. I am not getting dessert right now. I'm gonna get it at that bakery in the food court. I saw the pastries from a distance and I said, I think I should take a closer look, and that's what I'm gonna do later, probably after dinner. But this meal, other than the main sandwich, everything else was truly 10 out of 10 incredible. It changed me for good. I feel like Dr. Dillamond, but like the human version that can actually talk. Sometimes I have a stutter.
I am back at the mall for dinner and I have decided to explore a little chunk of the mall each day. So this is our first little exploring moment. They have a Macy's, they have a Lens Crafters. I felt like I finally belonged somewhere for once. I just walked and walked. I saw Kiki Palmer. But the gag is, I love her. I truly do. There's a store called Viori, which I've never heard of, but I've heard of Vienna sausages and the names are very similar. There's another store called Janie and Jack, which sounds like a sitcom from the 90s. Edward? Oh my gosh, is this store called Edward Bella? Wait, no, it's called Edward Beaner. There's another store I've never heard of called Aritzia, which sounds quite ritzy, like a Ritz cracker. I love that. I went in, they have some nice clothes. They had a gorgeous plant that smelled like plastic and a factory. Here's some designer stores. We have Michael Kors, Tory Burch, Marc Jacobs, and what's that one? Panera Bread? No, it's just Panera without the bread. So I decided to go into Marc Jacobs, because why not? I've never been in a Marc Jacobs store. Hello, sir. Hello, how are you? Good. And I've never wanted to leave fast enough. He was so nice. I just don't like social situations. And then I decided to go into Michael Kors. I felt like smelling some handbags. Michael, great Kors drink. Hello, hi. And we have this designer store called Burberry. Blueberry. Sure, why not? And look at this gorgeous gown. Oh my God. Hello, how are you?
Thank you. Look how chic she is. Even with no face, she's serving. Wow, perfect for the fall or for falling over. Looks like it has lots of cushion.
Ooh, Saint Laurent. I've heard of this one for sure. Look at the marble floors.
Hello. Oh, sorry? Oh, okay, I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
So I was reprimanded. That's okay. Let's just have our dinner and leave for the day. Okay, I can't handle that. So we are eating in the food court at Chinatown. Okay, this is the Chinese restaurant. They have lots of meat options, sides, and these are the prices if you want to see. And I'm also getting dessert at Rosetta's Italian Bakery. They have sandwiches, but they also have lots of sweets, lots of donuts, things like that. So for my entree, I got the honey chicken with lo mein and some pepper steak plus Szechuan chicken as well. So that's my little feast happening right there. And for dessert, I got a pistachio cream croissant.
I'm so embarrassed, guys. I feel so reprimanded. Like, the guy that told me not to film in Saint Laurent, he was really nice. Like, he wasn't rude about it. He was like, sir, no video recording. And I said, whatever you want, please don't hurt me. I have this like weird complex about getting reprimanded. I always follow all the rules. I don't like getting in trouble, and I feel like I just got in trouble. Taylor Swift knew I was trouble. It's crazy. She's a psychic, but I don't know why. My brain is like, alert, alert, you messed up, buddy. Anyways, I'm okay. Let's try this food. I'm in my car. I'll explain why in a second, but let's first try these noodles. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my. I love it. I do. You know, what's interesting is that the noodle shape is not your typical lo mein noodle. It's more flat. It has a very nice texture to it, nice bite, and the flavor is very simple, but it does taste very soy saucy, which is a given, but there's also a strong sauteed onion flavor. It might be coming from some of these meats. I don't know, but I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, McDuck fat. And it has a garlicky flavor. They are simple, but they just taste different than your typical lo mein, so I'm happy with them. So I'm giving them a 7 out of 10. Very good. Now, I did not eat in the food court. You might be thinking that it's because of that one time that I slipped on soda in the food court. I was in my chancletas, my flip-flops, and I grabbed onto a table and took the whole table down with me, and the people sitting there felt really bad for me, and their baby started crying, and that made me scared of food courts, right? Well, that's not why I did not eat in there. I didn't eat in there because it was packed. So, and also, honestly, when I have my camera out in such like an open space with tons of people, I just know someone's gonna grab it. I don't trust people. I used to be naive. I used to think everyone has some good in them. No, there's some evil people out there, girl. We are safe in my car. Now let's try this Szechuan chicken. It looks like a grilled chicken with veggies, and I'm assuming Szechuan sauce. Do I know what that tastes like? Of course not, but let's see. Health and wellness. Yeah. There's a security guard driving by. Am I allowed to eat in my car, Paul Blart? I don't want to do something else wrong. This is some good food court food, guys. I don't have a drink. I didn't get a drink. Well, thankfully I have my saliva, which is my natural water, right? So it's fine. I'll just drink that. This is so good. It does taste healthy, but like in a good way. It tastes really fresh. The chicken feels like high quality. It's not gooey, gummy, gloopy, or bloopy whatsoever. This is less bloopy than that high-end steak sandwich I had. It tastes marinated in simple flavors, but good flavors. It's like peppers with maybe a little bit of lime and some garlic and soy sauce, and that's really it, but it's very tender and very nice, and I'm enjoying it. It has lots of crunchy veggies. It's good. I'm gonna give it another 7 out of 10. How about that? Paul Blart is parked across from me. What do I do? What if he gets on his little rolly thingy and he rolls into my car? He isn't looking at me, so why aren't you looking at me? I'm a YouTuber and entertainer. Watch me eat. Next up, we got this beef. So this is pepper steak. I'm slobbering. That was the chicken. Okay, that was more tender. The flavor's not bad. It's really simple. Once again, it kind of just tastes like onions and beef. The texture is what really got to me with those first couple pieces. It was just so chewy that I couldn't enjoy it, and it icked me out. It was very tendony. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Now it's time for the honey chicken. This looks really good, guys. Look at this. Am I shaking? Yesterday, I cleaned my shower. I was on my hands and knees scrubbing away like Cinderella. Did I sing inside of the little bubbles that were floating? Of course I did. That's what princesses do. But I really scrubbed for a long time, and my arm is like really tired right now, and it feels weak. And I know you're thinking, Timmy, just cleaning a shower made you that tired? It's a really big shower. It's like a room. And I'm not saying that as like a flex, like I have a big shower. I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment. The shower is just, for some reason, engorged and massive. So every time I clean it, it's like the worst task ever. I hate it so much. Let's try the honey chicken. This is the brightest honey chicken I've ever seen. Oh my God. When did this happen? I don't remember using all these. I already got reprimanded by the Saint Laurent guy. Now Mother Earth is gonna come for me. I gotta watch out for lightning strikes. I'm sorry, okay? That's fantastic honey chicken. Listen, I know this is the video of class and elegance and opulence, but sometimes we need just good old trash. And that's what this chicken is. This is good old trashy food court chicken that's so delicious that we all love deep down inside. Is it a little bit overcooked and chewy? Yes, but it does feel like real meat, so that's a win in this day and age. You never know what's 3D printed, right? Maybe I even am. You won't know. You'll never know. The breading is like slightly crunchy, but more cakey and soggy, which really works here because the sticky, sweet and sour sauce just soaked into it. It does taste more like sweet and sour chicken than honey chicken, which I'm fine with. I love sweet and sour chicken. It really worked for me. 9 out of 10. No, I'm gonna pause and eat my dessert from the bakery. What was it called? Rosetta, the Italian bakery. I'm so proud of her. She went from creating a stone that educated literally billions of people to creating a pistachio croissant. She just jumped on that Dubai train, didn't she? What a sellout. This is a croissant filled with pistachio. I'm not ready. It looks so good. Okay, it's tough. It's tough, but so am I. Okay, wow. Oh! What? Okay. Listen, I love pistachio cream, okay? I'm on that Dubai chocolate train as well. But this doesn't taste like pistachio cream to me. It tastes much more like a really rich pistachio butter. It's so thick and so sweet. It's almost like pistachio frosting. It's too rich, too rich. I get that's the theme of this video, but that's not the theme of my taste buds. And the croissant itself is a little tough, to be honest, a little dried out. Maybe it's because they shipped it from Italy, from Rosetta's house, and she still does have the stone there. She actually like sits on it sometimes. It's like a couch now, but that still doesn't justify the dryness. I'm sorry, it's too dry. So that's a flop for me. I still ate a lot of it because I'm a pig, but I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Very disappointing. So what a flop ending to the first day, but I had a fantastic first day with you. We have 3 more days to go. Day 2. I don't want to talk about it. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Don't look at me. Oh, hey girl.
It is time for our day 2 lunch, and we are having it at California Pizza Kitchen, Cowabunga, bro. There's a picture of sand because they want to make you feel like you're in, you know, San Francisco or Hollywood or the area with the big redwood trees. Those are the only parts of California, right? That's it. This menu was so big. Honestly, they had so many items, so many pages. I was a little overwhelmed, but I did try to film all the pages for you because I'm a thorough professional YouTuber boss businessman.
Okay, let's just talk about it because I feel like I can't look you in the face while you're thinking what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I hate my shirt. I hate it. I look like a massive Florida orange. So I got this shirt online and I thought to myself, oh, I love it. I love that it looks kind of like Western, you know, it's gonna kind of give me a manly look. And then I also love that it has spaceships because it makes me look more interesting as a person. Like, ooh, I believe in aliens. I do, but I want people to know it when they look at my outfits. And then it arrived and I didn't try it on because I was like, I'm sure it's gonna look it's gonna look amazing on me. And then today I was like, ooh, I'm gonna wear my new shirt. So I put it on, I looked in the mirror, I thought to myself, oh, you know, maybe it's just the mirror. The mirror is not doing its job correctly. It's gonna grow on you. You're gonna end up loving it by the end of the day. And then I arrive at the mall, I'm embarrassed to get out of my car. best. And I'm always so confident because I'm so handsome. I thought it was gonna give Cowboy in the Desert, but it's giving Traffic Cone with a sci-fi twist. But there's a silver lining. When I walked into California Pizza Kitchen, the wonderful hostess said, "Oh, I love your shirt." And I was like, "Really? Are you sure?" And she was like, "I love like the UFOs." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then she seated me, and then the waiter came up to me and was like, "I love your shirt." What is this, a mass delusion? What's going on? I look crazy. Anyways, I'm never wearing it again. I'm gonna return it, but I'm excited for my lunch. I did get all appetizers. I just felt like the starter menu looked a lot better than the entree menu. So we're having a girl lunch, just little random things that make up a meal. It's so quirky.
Wow, look at all this food for one person. Stop judging me, thank you. I got the new avocado egg roll lettuce wraps. That's different. I also got this tortilla soup. It has a fun name that I'm forgetting right now. I also got this Mexican street corn with little crostinis and these Szechuan chicken dumplings covered in sauce.
I'm not doing it right. Wait. It took a few attempts, but I got to Trisha level in the end. I'm so hyped, guys. This food came out literally within like 5 minutes. I'm not joking. So I'm grateful for the speed. Does it make me wonder about the quality? Of course it does. But I've had a Stouffer's frozen meal that took about 5 minutes in the microwave. It was fantastic. I was not mad at it, so this could be great. Let's first try the Mexican street corn. You guys know I love Mexican street corn, even though I'm Cuban, I'm not Mexican, but we can enjoy each other's food. Hello. I see a lot of queso fresco. I see a lot of, ooh, it's very hot. A lot of hot mayonnaise. Hellman's really
is in hell.
And has little crostinis and a lime. Let's squeeze the lime. Looks a little dried out, but let's see if it has any nectar left. Oh, it does. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, looks can be deceiving. Something could look dry, and it's not. It's totally wet. So let's just... So great so far. Thank you. Not so good. Okay, let me just say, you know, I never thought I would love steaming mayonnaise, but here I am. I want all my mayonnaise steamed from now on. I want it translucent, because that's what happens when mayonnaise gets hot, you know? It's like biology and science. So I like everything. I don't think the toast goes well with the corn. Let me explain. The toast tastes like a really nice grilled cheese, but when it's paired with the corn, it really overshadows it, and I can only taste a buttery toast, a buttery flaky crisp, a piece of sourdough made from starter. I only know sourdough starter exists because everyone on Instagram is trying to make it, and they're all failing. But the corn by itself is fantastic. It's very crispy, fire roasted. It tastes fresh, not like it was made in 5 minutes. And it's very juicy corn. I feel like there's a lot of water in there. And I always accept more water into my life because I struggle with dry eye. So anything is better than nothing, you know? The Flamin' Hot mayonnaise is a little bit spicy. It has a human limey flavor to it that tastes really good. Does it taste totally authentic? I'm not sure. I'm Cuban, like I said. I don't know, but it tastes good. And then the cotija cheese or queso fresco, I'm not sure which one it is. It tastes very tangy and salty, and it just brings it all to life. So I really like this. I just don't like the toast thingies. 7.5. We live. We laugh. We love. Next up, we've got the one I'm most excited for. That's why I'm eating it now, because I'm impatient. I've never eaten inside of a California Pizza Kitchen. Oh, perfect. That's
Some butter cake.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Dessert is here. I told him he could bring it out all at once, so it's totally fine. But I'm probably gonna try it next so the ice cream doesn't melt too much. Anyways, I've never eaten inside of a California Pizza Kitchen. I've only been to California once, and I couldn't find the kitchen, but I have ordered it before a long time ago, and I did try the avocado chicken egg rolls. I think they slayed me back in the day. Well, now they have it in lettuce wrap form, and I find that exciting. I love a fresh moment, and it does make me feel extra dainty when something is wrapped in lettuce. It could be cheese, it could be bacon, it could be mozzarella sticks. It's a salad, no matter what. We have 2 different types of sauces here. We have avocado, cheese, bacon, chicken, tomatoes. Oh my God. I'm gonna go in. More flavor.
Everything's
Really good. I'm gonna save half for my husband because first of all, I'm selfless, and second of all, he's gonna love it. Wait, one more bite. One more. Okay, I'm so giving. That's everything. Listen, is it as exciting as the egg roll variant of it? No. It's not, but wait. Oh my gosh, I left him one piece of avocado. I failed as a wife. But it's delicious in its own way. The chicken tastes extremely freshly charred. It has such an amazing like barbecued flavor to it. Not the barbecue sauce, just like the barbecue machine, you know. Perfectly tender, chopped up into tiny little delicious bits, covered in bacon and cheese. And that adds all the saltiness and the smokiness that it needs. And the bacon itself is so crispy, so real. And then the tomato, lettuce, and avocado. And avocado, thanks, add such a freshness, and both ranches, I think one is like a spicier ranch, one is like a plain ranch, taste house-made, and they add all the creaminess and richness it needs. So I just adore these. It is a simple kind of like BLT salad flavor, but it works for me. 9 out of 10, fantastic. Now it's time for our dessert. Let me take a quick video.
Look at these adorable little margarine cakes, guys. I cannot wait to eat them. We got the fudge brownie flavor, the strawberry flavor, and the maple bacon flavor.
Girlies, a butter cake flight? Are you kidding me? Did these butter cakes drink Red Bulls? I want to be up in the sky with them because I love butter cakes. There's something so dense and rich about them. And every time I have them, I'm like, I can't believe this isn't butter. That's because it's cake. So let's first try the strawberry one. It sounds like the most simple. Okay. Oh my God. The texture. Wait, look at the texture. I'm shaking right now because I cleaned my shower. Oh my God. Now the fudge one. I think it has brownies on top.
Everything tasting good over here?
These are so good. Okay, last one. Maple bacon. God, I'm such a swine. I really... Oh. I still like the cake, so it's still really good. But I'm going back to that strawberry. Groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. The ground is breaking. That is the ooeyest, gooeyest, most perfect butter cake I've ever had, I think. I'm not joking. It's not too sweet, but the texture is almost like a brownie. It's so ooey gooey. And the flavor kind of reminds me of cornbread without the corn. And then you add vanilla instead. So that's the vibe. There's also a slight saltiness. It reminds me of salted caramel, I think from the butter. They chose the salted butter from Land O'Lakes. For sure, I can sense that. I'm the butter queen. I know my butter. And then the toppings were mostly good. The strawberry gave it kind of a rich strawberry shortcake vibe. The brownies could have had more of a sauciness to them. They're kind of like dry, just crumbs on top. They're thrown on. But I'll never say no to a crumb of brownie, and it tasted good with it. But the maple bacon to me did taste a little too smoky. It kind of gave me the ick just a little bit. But overall, incredible. 9 out of 10. Oh, am I a California Pizza Kitchen stan? Am I gonna move to LA? Next up, we got this Sedona tortilla, vine-ripened tomatoes, tomatillos, and corn, southwestern spices, and crispy corn tortilla strips. This is just a little cup of it, little dainty. Where's Sedona, by the way? I've never been. Arizona. Oh my gosh, so it might have some cacti in it. Let's see what it's giving. I don't like it. I'm just kidding. I sort of do. No, I hate it. I'm trying to be nice. It's horrible. Okay, it's not terrible. It's horribly terrible. To me, it kind of tastes like canned soup. Like Chunky. No, not me. Chunky the soup. It's a canned soup that's not terrible, but it tastes canned, you know? This reminds me of that with fresh corn thrown into it, because the corn really does have a crispy texture, just like the Mexican street corn. I gotta say, I'm eating a lot of corn today. Tomorrow morning, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I don't even know what I'm gonna see. It has a cumin flavor, but I can't get past the metallic vibes. And there's not much else going on flavor-wise. It's like just cumin. There's a hint of lime, actually, a hint. But the texture is also a little bit gelatinous. I don't know. It's kind of like a whale melted. I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Okay, last but not least, we have our Szechuan dumplings. Oh my God, they look so good. Topped with fresh cilantro, toasted sesame seeds, and scallions, served with our soy ginger chili sauce. I love that they're absolutely dripping in the sauce. I'm so sick of dipping things. This is much easier. So let's go in. Why is the chicken hard like a rock? These are some of the worst dumplings I've ever had. Now, they are lukewarm because I ate them last, but I don't think that's the reason why they're this tough. They're very tough. I've had cold dumplings before. They've never been like hard. Oh my gosh, sorry, a piece of chicken rock was in my throat. They're very chewy from the filling to the dumpling wrapper itself. And the filling does have that classic green onion ginger flavor, but it's really tame, very light. I need a stronger flavor. And the sauce to me tastes like any old store-bought bottle of like Asian themed sauce. It doesn't really have a specific vibe. It just feels really basic and inauthentic. Also the cilantro, there's too much of it and it kind of clashes with the dumplings flavor. So I'm gonna have to give that another 2 out of 10. So I loved the first half of this meal, hated the second half, but we still have dinner later.
It is time for part 2 of our... Ooh, my voice. It's cracking. This is part 2 of our mall exploration tour, and this area has all the fancy stores, girlies. We got Prada. It was actually roped off, so I'm assuming that a famous person like Jamie Lee Curtis just booked the whole place for herself and her massive diarrhea from her Activia. And then they also had a Louis Vuitton, and as you can see, there was 2 Louis Vuitton stores right next to each other. One for Louis and one for Vuitton. I went inside this one, and wow, the glitz, the glam, the pleather, and the suitcases stacked up next to a lady who was frozen in time. Oh, we have a Gucci. So Gucci was really pretty. I didn't go in because I was intimidated, but this plastic lady was just sitting on the counter taunting me saying, ooh, is your outfit from Amazon? How embarrassing. And here we have Tiffany's. They're famous for their jewels, but honestly, I just want their breakfast. Every time I go in there, I'm like, where's the breakfast at Tiffany's? Ah, j'adore Dior. One of my favorite phrases to say. This lady was trapped in a glass box. She was trying to get out saying, help me! He's escaping! And what does this say? Something stunning is in store? I'm not in store. And this is Hermes. So Hermes does have Harry Potter in his invisibility cloak sitting on the couch serving in the boots. And oh, Donatella, Versace. And here we have Channel. The store looked really nice. I don't know if it represented like TV well, but it looked good. And Christian Louboutin, my favorite brand of shoe, other than Skechers. The red carpet reminded me of the devil, so I ran away so fast. All the running made me really hungry. So it's time for our day 2 dinner at Earl's Kitchen and Bar. It's on top of a hill, so I climbed every single step like Cinderella, but I kept both of my shoes because I'm responsible. The inside of Earl's is really nice, really pretty, really high end, and they have lights in the shape of tubes, which is so futuristic. This is the menu. You can pause if you'd like. It was very expensive. And for my appetizer, I got some raw mayonnaise sushi. Girlies, I'm changing. I'm evolving.
Okay, so this place is really nice. Like, really nice. It's so nice they gave me my water in a bottle inside of a cooling thingy that is usually meant for champagne with bubbles. And even though I didn't order it, they still wanted me to feel high end. They were like, that shirt is so bad. Someone help him. I'm just kidding. I actually got another compliment on it. She was like, I love the UFOs. And I was like, I do too. With the name Earl, I thought this place was gonna be like good old barbecue with Meemaw's baked bean recipe that'll make your fart real big. But it's not. It's so high-end. They have a whole sushi menu. So I was like, you know what? I always stick to safe appetizers. Let me do some sushi. And most of it was raw. And raw fish usually scares me because I just get worried about the worms and the amoebas that could swim around inside and be like, oh, this is a nice home. Oh my gosh, his brain has a lot of space because it's so small, but his head is so big. This is like a penthouse. But because this place is so nice, I was like, okay, they probably have safe fish, you know, so I got this really interesting thing I've never even heard of. It's a raw salmon with mayonnaise on top that has been seared. I'm just obsessed with warm mayonnaise today. I can't help myself. I think it's my new favorite condiment, mayonnaise sweat. This is called a Aburi Salmon Sushi Press. It's torched dashi salmon, jalapeno, pickled ginger, micro cilantro. Oh, don't call it micro. You're gonna make him insecure. And unagi. I don't even know what that is, but we're just gonna go in. So it kind of looks like a s'more if the marshmallow was Duke's and the chocolate was an oceanic creature. It's almost the same thing. And I don't know how to use chopsticks, so I'm gonna use my good old claws and I'm just gonna, oh, it's just a lot of mayonnaise. I didn't expect this much. Let me get a little piece of ginger and let me dip into the soy sauce. Okay, we're going in. Raw hot mayonnaise, my favorite kind of casserole. Who am I? I'm not mad. I am gonna scrape off some of the mayonnaise because it's a little much for me. So I'm just gonna, okay. Earl, buddy, you did it. You did good. You know, I think I'm leaving society so I can go and live next to a river where I can just catch salmon all day. I don't even need to learn how to make fire because I like it raw. Why is that so good? Why? So it is very rich, but like in a very decadent way. It overall melts in your mouth. The rice, first of all, perfectly sticky. Typical sushi rice we love. Been there, done that, eaten the grain, swallowed it through my esophagus. But the salmon itself is kind of like good. It's salty, but it doesn't have a strong flavor. Like there's zero fishiness. And I think that's a sign that it's fresh water, right? The fresh water is fresher, for sure. And it's very tender. It's not gummy or gooey. Raw fish to me always looks like a big jelly candy. And it's not like that. It just kind of disintegrated. So I see why bears go after it a lot. And the mayonnaise must be a different kind of mayonnaise because it does not taste like your typical mayonnaise. It is more oily, if that makes sense. And it's less sour. I feel like American mayonnaise has a certain tang to it that this doesn't have. This is much more calm and creamier. Now, it was still a little too much oiliness for me, so I took some of it off, but I didn't mind it that much. And the toasted part did taste kind of like a marshmallow. I'm really proud of myself for taking a leap into the river, and I'm also proud of myself for trying something new. I'm gonna give that a very strong 8 out of 10.
For my entree, I got the blackened chicken dinner, and it came with warm potato salad, coleslaw, and kale oil.
This smells so good. They stacked the chicken up high to represent the flight that this chicken could never experience because it turned into food instead. I really like that because it's raising awareness for eating animals, but it's also delicious. Hopefully, we have some warm potato salad. I've never had warm potato salad, and I'm just realizing now it's another version of hot mayonnaise, what is going on today. So this is just blackened chicken, which sounded very good to me right now, with confit garlic butter, churned by an Amish woman's cone hands, warm potato salad, bacon, coleslaw, and kale oil. I didn't know that kale could be milked, but here we are. That's exciting. That's what's dripped all around. So let's first try the warm potato salad and the coleslaw. Mmm. Mmm. And the coleslaw. Mmm. Move. And now the chicken. It's steaming hot. Mmm. Oh my gosh, I feel like Mrs. Potts. So I know that Earl just freshly plucked this chicken, and I can tell it tastes extremely fresh. It is so juicy, so supple, a lot like me underneath my UFO. It's crispy on the edges. It has like chicken skin on it, but it's a chicken fillet. I don't know if I've ever had a boneless chicken fillet with skin on it, right? Or am I crazy? Probably both. And it has like blackened seasonings caked onto it. I can really taste such a strong garlic flavor. Paprika, onion, all these different things. But I do feel like it's lacking a tanginess. I feel like it would go really well with hot sauce. I think hot sauce would make it pop like a chicken pimple. Have you ever seen those ducks with the pimples on their face? It's like one of those, but like on a chicken. Other than the lack of tanginess, it's fantastic. It has such a good amount of seasoning on it. I just wanted a little kick, a little pizzazz, but I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm gonna give the chicken a nice 7.5 out of 10. Now, the potato salad is not what I expected. It's good, but it doesn't feel like potato salad because it's hot. I feel like when you change something to this extent, is it still a potato salad or is it something new? It's a potato mayo chowder. It more so feels like something like that. You know, I said like a lot in that last sentence, but the sauce reminds me more so of like cream sauce, like a bechamel. Je m'appelle Earl. It is tangy and it has a sort of slight paprika flavor, a lot like the chicken, but it also has some crunchy corn. I'm having so much corn and so much mayonnaise. And also it has a lot of bacon in it, and the bacon is so crispy and so good and so smoky. So I'm liking it. It's just not giving me potato salad. I think they should call it something else, like warm potato gloop or bloop. But I'm gonna give it a nice 6.5 out of 10. It's nice. And the coleslaw is amazing. The coleslaw is like, it's not sweet at all. A lot of coleslaws can be too sweet. This one has no sweetness. It was like, sugar? Who's that? She sounds granulated. Ew. It's just tangy, it's limey, and the cabbage and kale, there's kale in this. All that is so crunchy and so fresh tasting. So I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. Very good. Overall, not my favorite meal ever, but I think it's very strong, very stellar.
For dessert, I got the sticky toffee chocolate pudding with some strawberries and a hat.
Oh, no. You guys want to go to Big Ben? I want to eat micro cilantro on top of Big Ben just to experience everything all at once, you know? I am so excited because this is a sticky toffee chocolate pudding. Now, I've had sticky pudding once or twice, but the main time I've had it was at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant in Las Vegas. I forget the name of the restaurant. It was probably the Idiot Sandwich Cafe. Amazing branding. It was the best dessert I've had in my life. I'm not joking. It was incredible. So I'm so hyped for this. I hope that Earl can live up to Gordon Ramsay's name, even though it's not his name. And it came with whatever this is. Looks like a hat on top of ice. Oh, it's like a cookie. What is that? It's like a peanut brittle cookie. Interesting. Let's just try the stick of pudding. Ooh, very soft. It looks like a molten lava cake from Pizza Hut. This spoon is so weird. I'm so happy. Oh. So is it as good as Gordon Ramsay's? Of course not. Nothing is. But it's still quite fantastic. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a really moist chocolate cake with a hint of brownie richness, but not too much, just a hint, and a light cherry flavor. It might be almond extract, I'm not sure, but it adds a certain freshness that I love, and it's such a fluffy cake. It's not like a concrete brick, you know? I'm so happy. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 9 out of 10. Very good. So girlies. Earl's was mostly great, and let me say the staff treated me like a princess. I know I deserve to be treated that way, but they went above and beyond, and I'm so grateful. And I had a great time, and I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna return this shirt as soon as possible. Day 3. And just like that, the orange blob has vanished. He was freshly squeezed and then thrown out into the composter. The easy breezy, maybe it's Timmy lean, confident diva is back. He's back. Let's go slay the day and eat it away. I love being Dr. Seuss's protege.
For our day 3 lunch, we're eating at Chickpea's Fresh Mediterranean Kitchen in the food court. As you can see, they have rices, they have meats, they have pitas, they have beans, they have hummus, they have tzatziki, they have toppings, they have a lot of stuff, okay? I'm not gonna read off every ingredient for you. You're asking for too much out of this relationship. I'm tired. Anyways, I got a bowl, which is basically some meats. I got some lamb, some beef, a bean salad, some fried eggplant, rice with lentils, and hummus and tzatziki sauce. What do we think, girlies?
New day, new me, new shirt. I feel so much better in this shirt, girlies. It's also new, and it's like a snake theme, so it makes me feel kind of like fierce, and also I feel like Taylor Swift in her Reputation era, and I also feel like Voldemort when he speaks snake. He's like, I don't know what he's saying, but I know it's something fierce. My judge says a little bit itchy. That's a little annoying, but it probably just means I'm about to shed. Thankfully, because my back hair has gotten so thick. You could do a French braid down my spine. I'm so hyped for this. I love Greek food. Could it be more colorful? Yes. Were there fresh toppings? Yes. Did they cost extra? Yes. Did I feel like spending money on a tomato that looked a little soggy? No, I did not. But I'm really hyped. We have some lentils and rice, some fried eggplant. Let's try that first. Okay, I've only had fresh eggplant. You thought it. I didn't think it, you nasty. Let's see. Okay. It's down. That was so slimy. Oh my God, that was disgusting. First of all, the texture is just completely soggy. It's literally like pudding in a shell. It's like pudding in a sausage casing. And I know British people like to eat that. I don't know how some live it in it, their favorite flavor, but that's not what I like to eat. Not only is the texture complete mush, the flavor just tastes like old ancient oils. There is no other flavor besides old oil. I can't do it. Now, I don't hate eggplant. I like eggplant parmesan because it's fried in breading. That's about it when it comes to eggplant. Everything else is nasty. And this is one of the nasty things. I have to give that 0 out of 10. I felt like I was eating a big booger, and I've never eaten a booger. I know a lot of people have. I'm not judging you. I get it, you want those protein gains, right? But I literally never have, and I never even want to think about it. You know, as a snake, I'm used to slurping things up because I don't really have molars, I just have fangs, but I'll never get used to that. Next up, let's try the bean salad, okay? I love beans, you girlies know this, so I'm hoping it slays. I think beans are one of my favorite foods, probably because I'm half Cuban, but also because I just think they're really filling and mama likes to be full and satisfied after a meal. If a meal doesn't make me feel full, I feel literally sad for the rest of the day. Do you guys feel the same way or am I just pathetic? And so beans are always a safe bet and they typically taste good. This tastes nice. It tastes like two kinds of beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, onions, I think maybe parsley, and probably olive oil, salt, and lime. That's what it tastes like to me. So very simple flavors, but I like it. Would I also eat a can of Goya beans with some salt on it? Yes, I would. So I'm not mad. I'm gonna give that a nice 6 out of 10. With the rest of the stuff, we got the meats, we got the rice, and we got the dips, the hummus and tzatziki. So next up, let's try the lamb. She did put tahini on it. Love tahini. It's literally just like sesame seed juices, right? I'm here for it. I love them on a good burger bun. Let's just dig our spork right into it if it's possible. It's giving. Some tzatziki. Hummus. Oh! Now let's try the beef. The beef is in like little crumbs. See? There's a security guard getting out of his car. Is he coming over here? He might be. No, he's talking to someone else. Okay. I'm not doing anything, sir. I'm just eating my Goya beans. I swear I'll keep the farts to a minimum. Oh, the beef. Okay. Oh, I'm happy with this. I'm very happy. Let's try the rice and lentils. Okay, you know, it tastes like the water that has cleaned many lentils. Like it tastes like a rinsed lentil juice and not the lentil itself. Interesting, okay. Let's just put all this together. The security guard's coming back. I've done nothing, officer, I'm innocent! Okay, he's literally watching me now. He's literally staring right at me. Okay. He's literally just standing there staring at me. Maybe I am a star, maybe I am entertaining. What do I do? Like he's literally just 10 feet in front of me staring. How do I function? Okay, he's getting back in his car and he's leaving. There he goes. Move that bus! He seemed like a nice man. He was just probably thinking to himself, why is this sad man eating alone in his car? I get it. It's the vibe I give off. I get it. Let me just start off with the negatives. The rice lentil blend itself literally has 0 seasonings. And I'm very upset about that because at a Mediterranean place, you'd expect some spices, you know? Maybe some, what's the yellow one called? Not coriander. I don't remember, but it's really good. And this should have had some of that or maybe a little bit of cinnamon or something fun, you know? But it was just completely basic. Now, when you eat it with the meats and the sauces, it's okay. It's not noticeable. It's just kind of like a flavorless base. But the tzatziki and the hummus, both slays. Both goops, both bloopies. The tzatziki has that perfect, thick, rich, yogurty, cucumber, dill, fresh lemon flavor to it. Incredible, refreshing, never the same. And the hummus tastes like the same Goya chickpeas, but blended up with a lot of garlic. I love that. And the lamb, oh my God, Mary, you better watch out. Because if your little lamb is that delicious, mama's gonna go hunting. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would never do that. But I would eat it after someone else hunted it. You know, it has that perfect gyro flavor, perfect texture. It has so many spices in it. I think it took all the spices from the rice and it was like, they're mine, they're mine. Not one dusting of paprika for you. Now the beef to me, it did also have a good flavor, had lots of seasonings. It was a bit sweeter than the lamb, but it did taste a little bit greasy. Like it had a greasy flavor, whereas the lamb had no greasiness whatsoever. So I think the lamb is the main star here. I think Mary is gonna be the best stage mom of all time. She's gonna say, work it, Smoochie! The rice was terrible, sauces were great. So overall, I'm gonna give this meal a nice 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, even though it had some minor flaws, like the eggplant pudding and the lentil juice. Okay, this is really itching me. It's really itching me. If it gives me a rash on my neck, I swear, someone's gonna have to entrance me with a flute to distract me from striking.
Welcome to part 3 of our mall exploration. Look at the constructions and the architectures. Look at the stairs just floating like that. How is that possible? We should ask that couple from HGTV that keeps getting back together. They'll know for sure. This is the Armani Exchange. What are they exchanging? Who knows? But I'm sure it's expensive. This is Pac's son, who is the son of Pac-Man. His dream was not to eat ghosts. it was to create his own clothing brand. So that's incredible. And here we have American Eagle, where genes are passed down from the parents to the offspring. And this is Aldo. People keep trying to find him. They're like, where's Aldo? Where's Aldo? What am I saying, guys? I just woke up. I'm sorry. This is Hollister, guys. I used to shop here as a teenager because I thought it was the coolest store ever. So I would save up all my pennies just to buy a polo shirt that was a size too small because I thought I was a small, but I never was. And of course, they have an Apple store, which is a necessity for every luxury mall. Hello. And Zazgazgi. Oh, my favorite store to pronounce. This is an Ariana Grande bracelet, I think. Congratulations, Glinda. Where's the bubble, though? I wanted a diamond bubble. It is time for our day 3 dinner. We're eating at the Cheesecake Factory. The walls look just as creepy as ever with the random faces on them. Here's the menu. I'm not even gonna open it because there's too many pages. I would overwhelm my camera and it would freeze. For my appetizer, I got the avocado toast with a lot of arugula.
So I know you're thinking, Timmy, you're eating at Cheesecake Factory. We've all been there. We've all had it. We've tried the whole menu that's the size of the encyclopedia and dictionary if they were one book. Are they the same? They both describe words. I don't know biology, but of course, we've all tried most of the menu, but they have some new items. So that's why I'm here, to try some of the new items, including avocado toast. Now, I know you're thinking, once again, Timmy, that's so healthy. We want to see you eat grease and grime. I chose such a healthy appetizer because the entree is going to be real nasty. So I got to balance it out, girlies. You know, it has tomato, arugula, love arugula, and red onion drizzled with extra virgin olive oil and lemon. Okay, it does not sound special at all. So I'm not as excited as I was. I thought it would be a little different. Maybe put a slice of cheesecake on it or something, you know? Change it up. But let's see. Ooh, it's gonna be messy. Okay, that was too messy, even for me. And I like to roll around in the mud. It's so good. Thank you. I feel like I'm eating the Hulk. Okay, I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. It did not need a hunk of cheesecake on top of it. It really didn't. It was so good. You know, if you're gonna do something in a simple way, it better be amazing ingredients. It better be organic, grass-fed, probiotic, antibiotic, avocados, you know, and that it is. That's incredible. First of all, the crostini, perfectly toasted, a little bit chewy, a nice sourdough flavor. And the avocado itself is not just one avocado. It's 2 kinds of avocado. One is mashed with like garlic and like lime and onion. And then there's also like avocado slices on it, and that adds such a nice difference in texture and flavor. I really appreciated that balance for sure. And then the arugula, a little bit bitter but delicious. Arugula's become my favorite kind of lettuce. I know it's probably not like lettuce itself, but it's part of the lettuce family. It's the classy cousin that comes over and is like, oh, what a quaint little house you have. It's tiny. It's so adorable. That's arugula. And the olive oil tasted so potent and strong. It really added to the avocado, and the onions added a tiny bit of spice. Should I say that? But it was kind of like a spicier onion than other onions, and I love that. It was just so fresh, so good. It tasted like Mariah's in the house. Where is she? It was just incredible. 10 out of 10. Did not need salt, did not need anything.
For my entree, I got the brand new Southern Fried Chicken Bowl. It had so much fried chicken, I was shook. Also, it had like mashed potatoes, gravy, all that good stuff.
Girlies, this is so massive. This is like a KFC famous bowl if Colonel Sanders wasn't a greedy monster, you know? This is so generous. I feel like Ellen made it. So this is the Southern Fried Chicken Bowl with fresh buttered corn, green beans, and a buttermilk biscuit. I don't see the biscuit, but that's fine. Oh, maybe it's underneath, like a biscuit and gravy, but instead it's a biscuit within Idaho, because this also has mashed potatoes and gravy. And I think that's hot sauce and maybe honey to make a hot honey moment. Now, they did run out of corn, and they told me that. It's probably because I ate it all yesterday along with mayonnaise. So it's just green beans today. That's fine with me. Let's first try the green beans. They're a little chewy and rubbery, but once you chew them for a long time, they do have a strong butter flavor, which I appreciate. They just have a really bad texture. Like some of the chewiest, almost like most fibrous green beans I've ever had. It almost feels like I'm chewing a hunk of ginger without the flavor. So it might help my immune system, but it's not making my molars happy. I have to give that a 5. Okay, now potato with gravy. All right. Very simple. Not bad, definitely fresh, but where's the excitement? If my mashed potatoes don't taste like a bucket of sour cream, am I actually living life to the fullest? You know what I mean? I ask myself that every day. They're not bad. They're salted. They're buttery. They might have a little bit of milk, maybe 2%. And by the way, 2% milk just means that it's from 2% of the they're just too plain for me. But they're fresh, so I'm grateful. Now let's try the chicken, and then we'll try everything with the sauce. Okay, looks very crispy. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Thank you. Okay, the chicken is the pollo I never had. The nugget I always wanted. The filet I never gnawed on. I love the chicken. It tastes like onion ring breading on chicken. Now, the pieces are a little dry. That's my only critique of the chicken itself. But the onion ring flavored breading is like, makes me want to go out to Mordor and find the one ring. I can taste the onion powder in it for sure. Awesome main flavor. And it's so crispy and not greasy. And the breading's not too thick. It's very delicious. But the rest of the meal is very lackluster. I gotta say, I know that they're trying to run a whole factory back there, but you gotta make time for flavor. Even the gravy is like, it doesn't have a flavor. It just tastes like wet. Which is my least favorite food group. And so when you put it all together, the chicken almost gets kind of drowned out in all the basicness, and that's upsetting to me. So I'm gonna have to give the bowl overall a 5 out of 10. That's not that strong for Cheesecake Factory, I'm sorry.
And for my dessert, I got the new peach raspberry cheesecake. It was gorgeous, it was huge, and I could not wait to devour.
Girlies, I'm so hyped because I love anything that has to do with peaches, including the peach Bellini candle from Bath & Body Works. But Jen from Appleton won't give me my discount. Exactly, Angela. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. I'm sorry. It has a raspberry drizzle. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Oh my god. I'm so happy to be here. Stop. Now, guys, I'm way too full, so I'm gonna take this home, but oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That's a perfect peach. And that's what I say every day when I turn around and look in the mirror. I'm like, wow, I'm blessed. Thank you so much. It's the most refreshing cheesecake I've ever had. Not just because of that fresh peach flavor, which it's very strong, but this tart raspberry sauce goes so well with it and really brightens everything up. There's chunks of peaches in there. And so that adds to the texture and makes it feel brighter and happier. Perfect texture, creamy, heavy, but not too rich. And the crust tastes like a big cookie. 10 out of 10. I'm so happy. So even though the entree was mediocre, the appetizer and dessert ate the house down boots, mama. Day 4. I've never done that before. That felt good. Today is the final day. It's windy. It's a little sad because I'm gonna miss eating all this gold, but it's gonna be a good day. And I know that because the dermatitis on my face looks calmer than it has in months. So that's a really good sign. Let's go, girlies.
For our day 4 lunch, we are eating at the Firehouse Subs in the food court, and they have touch screens. We love no human interaction, just poking robots. I'm sure the robot doesn't mind. It's like, oh, feels like a massage. Keep tapping away. Anyways, I got the Captain's Club sub. It's new, and I also got a bunch of sides. Fries, cheesy mac and cheese, and Firehouse chili. So this is everything laid out. This is my spread. The fries look really good. They have a hero sauce with them. The mac and cheese looks so filled with dairy. Lactose intolerance girlies just burped. The chili looks mighty greasy, and the sub looks tiny. Let's eat.
Girlies. That's a very garlicky pickle. Edward? So I haven't had Firehouse Subs in years, and I'm really craving a sandwich moment today. So that's why I got it. I went there, I ordered my food. Everyone was very nice. And by everyone, I mean the screen. It spoke to me because I'm a cyborg. And let me tell you, I was a little starstruck because the guys behind me, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. They were firefighters. I'm not joking. They weren't in their full gear with the helmet and the suspenders that I just want to snap. You know, they were in their like cash couture. They had their little sweater with the Firehouse logo on it. And I wanted to go up to them and say, thank you for everything you do. And also, are you the one that makes the chili for all the other men? You're the one? One day I want to be that person. Make all those men happy, you know? But I didn't because I'm antisocial. You might think I'm lying or joking. I swear there were firefighters behind me. It was crazy. Anyways, let's first try these fries. And they came with something called hero sauce. I get it. Firefighters are heroes. And this is their signature nectar. Also, when did Firehouse Subs get fries and mac and cheese? When? That's crazy. Let's see. Oh, so sweet. But I kind of like it. But, I'm not mad. Firehouse Subs has some really, really crispy fries. They're probably made with real fire, you know? For sure. They're very simple, but they're salty. They taste like they've been fried in fresh oil. But I do think to get that level of crispiness, they have to be in some sort of a light batter. Very light, but it's there. So they're very enjoyable on their own, but with the sauce, they're even better. At first, I was like, I don't like this. I really don't think I do, because it was so sweet. It kind of tastes like ketchup and mayonnaise mixed with like a lot of sugar and honey and maybe maple syrup and maybe even melted candy. Just everything sweet under the sun. But after a couple bites, it works. I'm happy with it. I think it's kind of delicious. With salty fries, yes. I'm gonna give those a nice 8 out of 10. Very good. So now we have the chili. You girlies know I love chili. It's the one thing I know how to make, and my chili is the best chili, I have to say. I've entered so many chili competitions. I haven't won any, but I know in my heart it's the best. And I've never entered any. I'm lying. But I wasn't lying about the firefighters. So I love most chilies, but this looks so extremely greasy. There's literally a puddle of just bright fluorescent orange highlighter grease floating on top, and it has me a little scared. It has me a little spooked. So I'm just gonna try to avoid that, and let's see how this tastes. I have had this in the past, but it's been a long time. Kenny, you did a bad job this time. Your coworkers are not gonna be happy. Tonight you're sleeping in the fire hose. What? You're sleeping within it. I'm not even mad because it's greasy. It doesn't taste like grease. You know what it tastes like? Nothing. Nothing. It's air that looks like chili, but it's actually just oxygen. Is this flap annoying you? I'm sorry. Let me move it to the side. Is that better? Okay, good. I get that complaint a lot. It's probably the blandest chili I've had in so long. It has an aura of cumin and chili powder, but it's like they're not actually there. It's like chili powder's ghost haunting water. Oh my God, why do you watch me? My critiques don't make sense. Or do they? The girls that get it. Also, the beans are very hard and the meat is very tough. So I'm like, how long was this being cooked for? 20 years? Ever since the firehouse got up and running? So I'm gonna have to give that a 2 out of 10. Pathetic. But I'm still grateful to all the firefighters out there. Now we have the mac and cheese. This looks so extremely cheesy, I'm worried. I've been trying to eat a little less dairy because I think it's been helping my skin. Yes, my dermatitis does look more faded, doesn't it? Blessed day, Aunt Lydia. I'm so happy about it because I've been struggling with this dermatitis for the last couple years now. I've gone to 2 dermatologists. The first one just said, it's a dermatitis. And he didn't give me any other answers, like the kind or anything. He was like, put this cream on it. The cream sort of helped. It didn't take it away. So I went to another dermatologist. She was much nicer and she told me it's seborrheic dermatitis and it can come from stress. So I was like, okay, so this is gonna be there forever because I'm a ball of anxiety, but I've been using this salicylic acid face wash and shockingly, it does not burn a hole in the floor. It just cleans my face. And I think it's been helping a little bit. I think it just keeps it a bit calmer. So I'm so happy. Okay, let's try this mac and cheese. Timmy, shut up. Oh, we love good trash. We love delicious garbage. This tastes just like any frozen aisle mac and cheese. And I love frozen aisle mac and cheese. This is the best day of my life. The cheese sauce is so liquidy. It's barely even cheesy, but it's so sour and tart and processed. And I love all of those things. Processed sometimes. It has to be good processed, not bad processed, you know? Did they slap some real cheese on the top just to make it look homemade? Of course. Who wouldn't? But it's not giving Teeny's mac and cheese. It's giving Tony's mac and cheese. Tony from the factory. I love it though. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 8 out of 10 for processed mac and cheese, okay? Don't get it twisted. Last but not least, we have the sandwich. I just got a 4-inch because I got all these sides too that I want to devour, and I only have so much space in my being. So it is what it is, but I did get the brand new sub. It sounds so good. It's like a whole vibe. So I got it on garlic bread. It was an extra $1, but garlic bread is worth $1 million. This has Captain Sorensen's hot sauce with Firehouse Hero sauce, that sweet sauce, roasted chicken, pepper jack cheese, crushed red pepper flakes, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and onions. Sounds amazing. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, she's radiant. What's your secret? I don't know. I'm just delicious. Let's see. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I'm a monster. I just realized I don't have a drink. Who's gonna extinguish me? Oh, so good. Now, the main flavor was the hero sauce. So it's a very sweet sub. Very sweet, very creamy, with only a hint of spice. I wish the hot sauce had more flavor. I could feel the spiciness from it, but I couldn't taste it, if that makes sense. There was no like tangy kick from it. It was just very, very simple. But I appreciated the hint of heat. You know, the bacon was so crispy, so flavorful. It really shined. The roasted chicken honestly just tasted like Panera processed little chicken pieces. So it didn't taste fresh by any means, but I think it worked enough. All the toppings tasted fresh, and the garlic bread really did come through too. I could taste it. So I really enjoyed that, girlies. I'm gonna give that a nice strong 7 out of 10. It could have been a little bit better, but still great. And other than the chili, I had a fantastic lunch. So I'm gonna go home for a bit, edit, and then we'll come back for dinner. You know, somewhere in the multiverse, I probably was a firefighter named Bud. Bud's Takeout.
It is time for our final mall exploration, girlies. So here we have a Bloomingdale's, we have an Abercrombie and Fitch. Is that named after a couple? Mr. Abercrombie and Mr. Fitch? That's so sweet, girlies. Love is love, you know? This is a Pottery Barn, guys. I thought this was a fake store that friends made up because Phoebe bought something at the Pottery Barn, right? But it's real. I looked for Phoebe, I couldn't find her, but I did smell her smelly cat. Ooh, strong. This is Urban Outfitters. I've never shopped there, but I just know whoever shops there is really cool. And this is Kurt Geiger. I've never heard of him, but I have heard of geysers at Yellowstone. And here we have Anthropology. I thought this name was some sort of like evolution, like archaeology or something. You know what I mean? But I guess not. I guess we're done evolving. That's fine. I feel like I'm at a good place. I don't need to progress anymore. And this is Mont Blanc, a place where you can buy luxury pens if you're a businessman who is pretentious, or actually, there's no one else that would buy this, just pretentious businessmen. Anyways, this is Psycho Bunny. I've never heard of this store. I expected some crazy clothes. No, it's just the most typical golfer attire. That's shocking. And this is Ray-Ban. So if you want super bougie sunglasses to match your super bougie pen, go here. It is time for our final meal, the last dinner of the week, girlies. We are at P.F. Chang's. The inside was really pretty. They had this gorgeous mural of this lady who was looking super fierce. They had this really gorgeous wallpaper that looked like an optical illusion. So I was confused for the whole meal. And this is the menu. As you can see, they have lots of options, 2 whole pages. For my little drink, I got this gorgeous peach boba popping situation type deal type moment.
Yeah, I went there. I got a drink. Does it have any liqueur in it? Of course not. I have to drive home. But I thought it's a special occasion. I never taste test drinks. Let's get a little fun. Let's get a little crazy tonight. And let's treat ourselves because we are hardworking mothers and we deserve a break. This is the Peach Boba Breeze. It has black tea, popping boba pearls, popped in my eye, peach and lemon. Let's go in. How do I critique a drink? I'm not used to this. The liquid. It was hydrating. I don't know. In all seriousness, it's so delicious. So it mostly tastes like peach, and I love peaches. Besides the princess, she's so annoying. It's a little bit sour, not too sweet, and it tastes very concentrated, which is nice. I'm not tasting any tea, which is a good thing. I don't like tea that much. I don't like coffee. I don't need energy. No offense to anyone that does, which is most people. I love everyone. But I'm better than all of them. And the popping boba, So juicy. The like sausage casing on the outside of them, perfectly delicate. I love it. 10 out of 10, delicious. Now I gotta say I'm a little bit down, just a hint, because I've been slaying with ordering recently, like ordering food with my stutter. I've been speaking really slowly and it's really been helping. But today I felt the tension and I got a little bit stuck, but I kind of talked over the stuckness. It wasn't my best and I'm my own worst critic. So next time I'll try harder, but it's fine. Nothing bad happened. But I'm human. I feel things. I feel emotions, you know? The appetizer, by the way, is gonna be quite juicy. I cannot wait.
For my appetizer, I got the Northern Style Dry Rub Ribs.
I'm feeling better. When the waitress came and dropped off my ribs, I said, thank you, with no struggle. It's the little things, okay? When it comes to stuttering, you're like, oh my gosh, I said hi? I did it. Honestly, that's how it is. Anyways, these look so good. They are Northern ribs, like from North Canada? Slow braised pork ribs with dry rub 5-spice seasoning. Oh, sounds so good. Had to get them. Now, last time I had PF Chang's, it was, I think like a year ago, and I had PF Chang's to go, and it made me want to go right out of there. It was disgusting, vile, hideous, like truly nasty. So I'm hoping this is better. I don't think I've ever eaten inside of a PF Chang's, so this is new. Let's see. That's a lot of meat on there. It smells like licorice. Why does it smell like licorice? It smells like a now and later. Wait, I don't think it's called a now and later. I think it's a good and plenty, right? What's up with the vintage candies having names that are phrases? Oh, I'll see you now, maybe later. Oh, I want some good and I also want some plenty. Oh. I am not mad. Who's behind me? Oh, it's just some decorations. They are okay. So let's just talk about the quality. The quality is all there. The quality is a 10 out of 10. They are so fall off the bone tender. Mostly meat, very little fat. Oh my goodness, so good so far. So good. Thank you. Sort of good. The texture is fantastic. They have a gorgeous, really crispy crunch on the outside of them. Very juicy meat. My issue is the flavor. It tastes like a really plain rib with tons of salt. Like I'm talking no iodized in it, just all salt with a hint of fennel, which adds that licorice flavor. So it's like salty fennel, crispy meat. So it's not bad, but I just wish it had different levels to the flavor. I wish it didn't taste like a Twizzler. You know, it's just not what I thought it was gonna be. Luckily though, it's not disgusting like PF Chang's to go. That was dark-sided. This is just medium lighting, you know. I'm excited for the entree and my side. So let's wait for that, shall we?
For my entree, I got this gorgeous cucumber salad and these street-style noodles, which looked amazing.
Okay, so this is a huge cucumber salad. They gave me so much. This is probably like 50 cucumbers chopped up in here, and I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm just so excited. I love cucumber salads. I think they're the best salads in the world, to be honest, but they have to be tangy. So let's see if this one is. Oh.
Just making sure you're enjoying everything so far.
Great so far. Thank you so much. Great so far. Thank you so much. What's wrong with me? You can take the man out of homeschool, but you can't take the homeschool out of the man. Am I right? 2 + 2 = 10. It's not bad, but it's not good. I've had much better cucumber salads. First of all, this is almost like a cold soup because there's so much dressing in here, which I'm not mad at because if the dressing was good, I would slurp it up, but it's not. It tastes like super, super strong sesame oil with tons of sweetness. That's it. There's no tanginess. And like sesame oil is a good flavor, but you have to use it very lightly or else it takes over everything. And that's what happened here. I feel like I'm drinking sesame oil, which is probably some sort of remedy for something, you know? I'm just guessing. Don't drink sesame oil by itself unless if a doctor is like, girl, do it. The cucumbers are crunchy and fresh, but the more I chew them, there's a hint of foot like a hint of athlete's foot in the background of the cucumber. I can't really describe more than that. It's just its foot. So it's not terrible. I'm grateful, but I would never get this again in my life ever. Not even if you paid me. Well, if you paid me, I would for sure. Get out of my face. Next up, let's try. I'm sorry. I don't want you guys to see my true colors, you know, bullying cucumber salads. I'm trying to change, okay? Now, this is my main entree. They gave me 2 big spoons with it because, of course, eating a blob of noodles with spoons is very common. Oh, they're serving spoons because you're supposed to share this. I have no one to share it with. Besides 3 people, me, myself, and I. These are thin rice noodles, light curry sauce, chicken, shrimp, which I said no shrimp because I didn't feel like having a fishy flavor today, onion, and julienne vegetables. Isn't that a college julienne? It's for music. The girl in the movie, So You Think You Can Dance, she was like doing that like ballet hip hop thing. Wasn't she going to julienne? Okay, let's try this. Mmm. That's good. I like it. First of all, the chicken is very tender, perfectly cooked, and it has a really nice grilled flavor to it that really stood out here. The noodles themselves, I love how thin they are. It reminds me of eating angel hair, not the pasta, like an angel's hair. It's really soft. It's really silky. They use Garnier Fructis up there. All the veggies in here taste kind of charred and still kind of crispy, which I loved. And the sauce is like a slight curry sauce, but it's very light. It reminds me more of like a strong like ramen packet, and I love ramen packets. The portion is so huge, I'm gonna need a to-go bag, but so good. I'm gonna give it a very nice 8 out of 10. Yes!
For my dessert, I got these fried banana spring roll type things with coconut pineapple flavored ice cream.
So I got my to-go bag. The very nice waitress was like, would you like me to bag it for you? And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, of course. And I was like, okay. And she bagged it at the table, and I felt so bad because I wasn't helping. I was just sitting there like, and she was so gentle with the food. I felt so honored, and it was an awkward but very nice moment. She was wonderful. I'm excited for this, guys. She told me these banana spring rolls are basically fried bananas dipped in cinnamon sugar, rolled in a spring roll wrapper, fried, with caramel sauce drizzled on top and a pineapple coconut ice cream. I'm not ready. They smell like donuts, and there's no higher compliment. When someone tells me you smell like a donut, I say, thanks. It's the yeast. The ice cream, and a banana. Oh. I feel like this is really healthy because it's a banana. Imagine a churro, and instead of having a bready filling, it has a banana that's like melted basically. It's ooey and gooey and bloopy. That's what this tastes like. It's like the banana is caramelized from within. The outside is so crunchy. There's a hint of cinnamon, but mostly a caramel flavor. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. An amazing finale to a luxurious, opulent week. Half the meals were from the food court, but still, I still felt the luxury within every bite. I had so much fun, girlies. If you watched this whole thing, you are that girly. I'm so grateful. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. I'm so grateful. I've never felt fresher, and I will see you guys next week. I love you with all my heart. Bye, girlies.